No, the bugs don't seem so bad today. Epic sleep. Me and Ted has slept in quite late. Big day cut out for us today. Quite terrifying, really. Just constant heart pounding, huge volume rapids. Potentially a short portage or two. Maybe a lighting. A lot of intense basically today. By far the most whitewater intensive day of the trip yet. Anyways, I guess no time like the present. Ted seems to be leading the charge here with springing up and getting out of the tent. Just kidding.
This is Remington E.17, really common gun, pretty easy to field strip, find parts for, all that kind of stuff. And I have it loaded full of slugs because we brought it for bear protection, specifically very recommended on the Seal River to bring one of these for polar bear protection. You know, probably better for bear protection would be a short barrel. However, if you have a long barrel, you know, you're also going to have something that is more of a survival gun. Let's say a bear doesn't eat you, but it eats all your food, and you're stranded for some time, and you have no food, and you need to shoot a goose or do some hunting or whatever. You're going to have something that you know, would be able to get the job done, where a short barrel is not so good with that. Bugs are horrible. Black flies are extremely bad this morning. Extremely bad. On the bright side, it doesn't look like we're going to run out of coffee and creamer.
Lunch for today will be the usual. Cliff bars, trail mix, fruit to goes, peanut butter pita, and built bars. For whatever reason, Jim has decided not to wear his bug coat.
But that's 30% DEET, and it's a lotion, and it seems to give a really good coat. I didn't know about this because I'm used to the spray, and I usually, like, you know, if something works, I stick with it. But this seems to work just as well, if not better. So
and I put this on, and it's honestly it's got its drawbacks. It's hot in here. You can't see as well. You know, you can still see fine, but it's a little annoying. You know, you can't drink and eat through it, etc. But it provides a nice relief, I have to say. Granola. I just took my freeze-dried meals out of their package and dumped them in Ziplocs because I couldn't fit it. The freeze-dried packages will last longer and stay fresher for like literally like 30 years or something. And we're also gonna add some dried blueberries, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! So you're a 4-packet oatmeal a day kind of guy now, eh, Jim?
yep, mandatory.
It is, isn't it? Remember, like on the Adler talk, we brought 2.
Lucky to be alive still.
Huh?
We're lucky to be alive.
there it is. First class breakfast. One thing that we're discussing is the fact that we might drown today.
Yeah, most intense whitewater day of the trip by far coming up. A message here on my Garmin 66i. It's an inReach message from my wife reminding me that it's my dad's, our dad's, 75th birthday today.
Well, we decided to put our dry suits on just because we have them. The water is a bit colder. It's going to get colder as we get towards Hudson Bay and the river volume's doubled, but more so it's just like we're going to potentially have this long swim if we tip at some of the rapids that are quite long and continuous, but not even the rapids themselves, just the absolute length of them in the current of the river and the size of the river would mean that we might have a real challenge getting to shore in a reasonable amount of time while also staying with our canoe and trying to pull it into an eddy.
Well, at least this way the bugs won't get in up my pants and riddle my legs.
My compression sacks a lot of them are waterproof in here, but they're pretty worn and have some holes, but typically that would make it triple waterproof. And then if you have damp stuff, you can kind of keep it separate from your dry stuff by putting it on the outside of this bag, so it works well. And then this just rolls up, squeeze the air out of it, rolls up like this. Like that. Now it's waterproof. Put the sides, cinch it down. Put the side, cinch it down. Nice and tight. So Jim and I woke up this morning and we were like, it's gonna be another scorcher. It felt like there's a nice breeze, but we're like, I guess there's a bit of a haze that needs to burn off because it doesn't seem cloudy at all. And the longer I'm looking out, it still seems like that, kind of like this ominous orange glow. And then I started smelling a bit of smoke, and I think maybe what's going on is there's a forest fire a ways off. That smoke is kind of clouding the sky a bit and making it look like a cloudy sky and creating a haze. And a windy day is probably fueling it and blowing it over here.
I really hope that the caribou will return to the north in their historic levels, and that this is just a coincidental, simultaneous low point in their cycles due to the lichens, which have miraculously reduced all across the north at the same time, and that they will come back. I really, really hope that. Ted's been diligently handling the solar charging operation, which has been pretty much a consistent battle throughout this, but this thing has just been awesome. He's got duct tape to hold the plug in really tightly, because with rapids and waves and jarring and
just
bushes,
putting it in the bag, it'll come out.
Yeah, just even putting it in a bag, it'll come undone, not to mention sticks and branches catching the solar panel and everything like that, so that's a good little bit of insurance. But yeah, it looks like it's working, so awesome.
It's charged up today,
Yeah.
I don't know, like 5% already.
Nice. And we are off. There is smoke in the sky today, which means there is a forest fire. If you look at this hazy sky, I can smell fire smoke. So when the winds changed today, they blew some of that smoke here. Hopefully the wind's not also blowing the fire here.
I don't know if you can see that, but that's smoke from a forest fire that's probably pretty far, but it's deceiving.
Well, we have just been on the river here for a bit, and I can't get straight again because we have a blasting headwind, which might really make the rapids challenging.
Well, we're just kind of eddied out at the mouth of the Steel River to take a couple casts, but the volume in the river, it's crazy. You're just like flowing down, and it's like a churning witch's cauldron of just like boils and cross currents. There's just so much water in it. It's crazy, and you don't realize how fast you're going until we came and front ferry to catch this eddy, and like you're looking at it and you're just flying freaking down river. Just really gives you an idea how fast you're going.
Oh no, are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Both of them?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
I made a big error in that I left both my water bottle Nalgene's up at our campsite,
And it's like 3 kilometers up a blasting current.
More like 8 kilometers.
Yeah, more like 8 kilometers. So the only way to really go back realistically would be to walk there and back 16 kilometers.
I brought them down to the river. I packed everything, but this tall, willow branches here,
alders here.
Alders, they kind of got disappeared in there.
You know what, Ted? I'll give you my squeeze bottle bottom, and you use your squeeze bottle top. How about that? And I guess I could just give you one of my water bottles because I have 2, right? So we're not totally hooped.
Stupid, dude.
Here, Ted. Just hang on to the top for me, and then just put your Katadyn squeeze on this, and then you could leave it in the bottom of the boat. You ready?
Anyway, disaster kind of averted, but down to just like a flimsy squeeze bottle. I also have a life straw, but containers is one of those things that's so overlooked. Like when we were on Alone, you had to pick 10 items. I think absolutely everybody that's ever been on the show either took a good sized pan that they could boil water in or a pot.
And remember how excited we were when we just found some garbage water bottle?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, didn't try long, but worth a shot. Damn headwind. Please go away, headwind.
So we're experiencing some really strong headwinds on the river, which kind of makes it much more challenging. Hopefully when we get to some of these bigger rapids, they're kind of blocked by the river because it just almost stops you mid-current, which makes you very unstable, and it also makes the river more irregular, and the waves blow up and tries to spin you backwards because we're trimmed back heavy, so it makes it a lot more challenging for sure. So hopefully that doesn't become a problem in some of these bigger rapids.
See, Ted's using the double blade today, just whipping ahead of me because
action strokes that you can just kind of power through when you have a double blade. When there's more boulders and tighter, more technical rapids, it might not be so good, but in these rapids and just in this current and these headwinds, the double blade is an advantage. So amazing as we're getting closer to Hudson Bay. The shorelines are getting rockier, deeper, and when we finish off, we'll be actually in polar bear and beluga country, and you know, on the coast of Hudson's Bay. Really cool. Just pulled over to check out this bald eagle's nest, and there is an eaglet. Is it called an eaglet? A big eaglet staying in it. Mom came past and expressed her disappointment with our presence.
It's super cool, just on top of that, you know, dead spruce tree that they built it, and like the baby's just sitting out there having a look, and mom or dad came back and squawked at us. Doesn't really like us being here, but really awesome to see all these bald eagles around, and you know, they're kind of guiding us along the way, it feels like. And just so great to see them in such good numbers, because they almost went extinct because of DDT, but thanks to lots of efforts in banning the use of DDT and protecting their habitat, they've come back. I couldn't build one that well if I tried, so pretty amazing. And this eagle, this young eagle, just seems pretty chill, just staring at us, hasn't even budged, just doesn't seem too concerned with our presence, so pretty neat. Oh, what a beautiful day though, dude. So nice. The Seal River is amazing, eh? Look at that, eh? Wow, look at that green. This is almost getting to tundra. Look at over there. Yeah, dude. That's getting to be like tundra now. Got a little rapido here. Maybe you could call this a class 1, eh, Ted? Maybe. Got another seal here. Hey, bud. Dude, the Seal River is the best, man. Yeah, there's just seals everywhere. The Seal River has really boosted morale amongst Jim and Ted. It's such a sick river. Just like the landscape, it's just like tundra, open, beautiful, nice shores, just better than I imagined. Yeah. Seals bursting up out of the water, just like smiling at us. Look at all this rock here, Ted. Yeah, let's take some casts. Just basically bombed for like the toughest part of the rapid, but the wind was like making it crazy. Seal River is just amazing. It just, the landscape has changed dramatically over the last few kilometers, and we have very different and beautiful landscape. So morale is up amongst among me and Jim. The river's moving at a great clip. We're making time. The shoreline is just manageable, which was one of our bigger concerns, how it was on the South Seal, but luckily, you know, the landscape has changed for the better on the Seal, and totally manageable to get out and line or walk or scout. You know, just the scouting was horrific on the South Seal, so you know, just great. And we're just seeing seals pop up, and beautiful day. It's just a great time. There's a seal right over there popping his head up over there. So yeah, we're having a good day and really loving the Seal River so far. Look at the seal. Hey bud, is there two in here?
Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy.
Whoa! Yeah! Grayling, baby! Nice fish.
Well, I was unable to land anything. Ted caught one and almost caught two, but the second one escaped him. Good little hole there. Midday too, it's not really the hottest bite, but yeah, we'll just, you know, take a few minutes at spots like this and continues on like this. We have to go around another island and it looks from here like there's some other big water there. And then after that, we're gonna have to jump out and scout the next one because from our river notes, it says it's quite the doozy. So, all right, show me what you're talking about.
Well, it's kind of at the end of the rapid, but you see where the contour crosses? In the gorge.
You want to scout
The gorge.
the contour crosses at the end there.
Yeah, but there's a bump that comes out, so like standing here might give you a better view.
Oh, so you're saying to come to the top and walk down.
Yeah.
And scout from there, okay.
Yeah, if we're gonna actually walk beside the rapid, which might be fine.
There might be a big hole in the middle.
Whoa! Holy sh**. That was, our river note said that was easy stuff, class 2. And I mean, where we went was pretty easy, but those were some big freaking waves there and a big hole with the hole at the top. So you'd be pretty swamped if you made it through that. And then you had these massive waves to get through. But we'll see how this next 750 meter class 3 is in a gorge with a pinch and a contour crossing.
Raging 750 meter class 3 that we're gonna have to jump out and scout. So we're just trying to figure out which side of the island will give us kind of a better view at the next dangerous rapid as we approach.
It's going to be interesting because, you know, the waves are that big here. I'm not quite sure what we're going to run into down here. It might be quite the rodeo. I don't know, there's something about it that makes it seem less big than like even those huge rollers we just
But
crossed.
remember how it looks like nothing from upriver, right?
Right, yeah. Or it might just be an endless field of those.
I mean, we're probably gonna run it anyway, so we might as well just start giving her. But I feel like we're just gonna be just hitting enormous wave after enormous wave and absolute terror.
Oh, here's that thunder thunderstorm coming in now. We've been hearing a thunderstorm slowly rolling in. We're like, where is it coming from? Well, there it is. So we might be bombing the rapids in a lightning storm.
Just to amp things up.
So in order to scout this, we literally have to walk, what is that, like a kilometer down there, and we can kind of see it from here. What we've been finding though is that the rapids are way bigger when you actually get to them than when you look from upriver. Like the waves are huge.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever run a rapid quite like this before, of this magnitude, this volume, this wide of a river. Crazy.
I think a lot of it is that you can't go wide here because it's a gorge. You can't miss stuff. Like, you're gonna have to bomb some waves and some tricky stuff, and there's probably some really irregular currents and everything.
We have a 750 meter class 3+ rapid, and I figure if I just have my dry suit on for the duration of this and then pull it off when it's over, I probably won't overheat.
But I think we're gonna go for it, and you know, wish us luck.
Good luck out there, soldier.
Holy sh**. That was sketchy. Don't go that way. Well, that was interesting.
Ted ran that super hard to scout. Looked like he had a pretty sweet run, but if you saw him back paddling there, there's a couple huge rocks that he was barely able to avoid. and smashing into those or pinning on them could you know, trash your canoe and pretty much mean the end of the trip. So he jumped out and he yelled back to me saying, you know, huge rocks, don't come this way, don't come this way.
Couldn't really scout it from the shore because of the higher water, and I couldn't see this rock ledge that you could barely see behind me. And I came around because I wanted to bomb some of the big waves, but it just started pushing me right into that rock ledge, which is exposed. It would have been a bad thing to hit.
So as much as I'd like to go that way and just ace the run, I think I'm gonna go around the far right. There's another ledge on the far right the way I'm gonna go, but it looks like it's washed out. Still looks tricky, but not as high volume, so really fast current, white capping standing waves, like breaking standing waves, and you know, a bunch of interesting boils and currents, but for the most part fairly straightforward. So I'm gonna go do that and play it safe. Ted seemed to be pretty freaked out after he had that run and had to do like a crazy maneuver back paddling there. So
I just executed a pretty strong back ferry and then paddled into this eddy, but I just kind of yelled out to Jim, like, don't go that route. If he, I mean, the notes say not to. Storm coming.
Is that line of rain coming directly for us?
It's a pretty powerful storm.
Whoa! Did you get that?
Let's go into the woods, Jim.
I think we're safe here.
I think it might make sense to get the out of here. No, it's not. Dude, we're the tallest things out here. There's a reason why they have those rules on golf courses. Jesus Christ, dude.
We're gonna wait out this storm so we don't get struck by lightning.
Whoa.
about to run to the woods when he saw the storm coming. Get some Labrador. Looks like another wave of pounding rain is blowing and is almost upon us. Whoa, it's windy too. Look at that stupid duck out there. Oh, it's moving, look. Yeah, but like, look at it. I think we're just in the thick of it right now. Raining a lot.
It looks like this storm has probably passed. A few remnant lightning strikes here and there.
But time to go.
Now we have a ways to go, and it's quite late, but should be safe enough, and hopefully get to a nice campsite tonight, and we'll have done probably 40 clicks today, making pretty good time.
Ted and I have waited out this impressive storm. Still raining, but all the lightning is that way, and we're going that way. So we're gonna head out, and we think it's safe. But that was quite the show. Cooled things off a little, sitting there without moving and having damp clothes on already. You can catch a chill eventually, but I'm sure when we start moving, we'll warm back up again. Thunderstorms usually move through, but it still looks like we might get some sustaining rain in its path, but that's okay, as long as there's no lightning.
Well, we are back on the water after waiting out what seems like the bulk of that thunderstorm. That was quite the powerful storm that rolled through. It seems like most of the lightning has passed through and the heavy rain, so we're gonna head on down river. It's starting to get chilly.
Well, we're just heading into 2 kilometers of rapids straight. Should make some pretty good time.
Holy bud. Yo, bear, bear. Well, that was pretty cool. I managed to capture a black bear there. We just came down the rapid and I saw some geese moving on the shore, and then I saw this bear walking. I'm like, bear, bear, and because it looked like it was leaving, and I was worried that Jim wouldn't see it, but I think it heard me. It stood up, and then it kind of scurried away, so I was like, oh, did I spook it? But not really. It just went back in the bushes for a little and then moseyed around and was able to catch it on film for a good little bit there. So pretty cool. And the banks of the Seal, because it's not so flooded like the South Seal, and not so heavily wooded, I feel like is better opportunity to see wildlife, and that's one great example right there.
Looks pretty big. Looks like the right. Yeah, that's definitely the island there, eh?
Yeah, it looks big, but it's just running on the right.
Okay.
Pretty big, like, ledge looking like at like 12 o'clock in front of you.
Looks like there might be some big standing waves.
So we just ran a bunch of rapids. This is a new card. Saw a bear and then ran a C2 easy that had like 5 foot, 6 foot waves. Huge freaking rapid, and this card just ran out right before, unfortunately. But yeah, pretty wild.
Oh, Ted's got one! Yeah!
Yeah!
Ted's got a grayling! It says a clean lens makes for better shots. That's great.
Arctic grayling is on the menu again tonight.
My personal favorite day of the trip so far, I think. Ran a bunch of rapids, and this river is just absolutely spectacular. Ran a scenic gorge, esker campsite, like just crazy cool. So, but anyways, we're pushing. We stopped early yesterday, so we're pushing it quite late into the evening tonight. And we got dinner, so we got fish to fry, but yeah, it's gonna be a late one tonight for sure.
Hey, bud. Hey. Hey. Just getting to camp. The latest we've gotten to camp this trip was 11:30. So there's that. The campsite we were going for took a little longer to get there than what we'd anticipated, and the sun is down. Should still have light for a little longer, and we're almost there, but seems to be taking a while. We'll pull up here, get a fire going. It'll feel like home before you can say Jack Robinson. That's cool. That looks like it's been there for a long time, eh?
It's another T-storm rolling in. Well, we just pulled into camp and sounds like there's a thunderstorm rolling in. So I'm going to set up a tarp here just in case we get hit with it.
Camped in an old burn, so there's plenty standing deads around, bone dry too. And despite all the rain and the damp conditions, I managed to just hold a lighter underneath a bunch of spruce twigs, even though they're pretty wet, and got it going like that. Pretty sweet. Mine just takes 1.5.
What day is it today or tomorrow?
I don't know. I think today was like one of the best days, if not the best day of the trip, eh, Ted?
Yeah.